Welcome everyone who joined for our session number 8 for Happy Seniors. The topic today is pain management through mind body. And then little bit about the program and the Crack the Wellness Code. So in this session, we created the motto to listen, to explore, to experience, and also how to apply things into our daily lives. So the mission of the Crack the Wellness Code, as you are aware, it's a almost 3-year-old movement, is to educate, inspire, empower, and then impact. Now, looking at the background, we started around December 2020. We hosted now quite more than 120 programs. We have engaged with 550 plus speakers. We also had around 300 plus doctors and practitioners on this platform. And it's growing exponentially with a lot of wonderful things unfolding with the time. Here is a calendar roughly for your review that each month they are color coded. So this is how the colors are. So the blue color is for the seniors, the reddish is for the youth. Then the other one is for wellness support group, and then the special programs, which usually we host. So here is a little bit about our program. So navigating through the pain, through the mind-body approach, and you can see our wonderful speakers delegating the topic in the slide. These are the objectives which we have: pain management through mind-body approach. So one is the Feldenkrais method, medical Qigong, acupuncture inside, art of restful sitting, and then also exploring art of restorative movement. So there is something about our speakers. So I will just introduce first Malani Brophy. She is certified and is actively teaching Feldenkrais for last many years, and also offers a variety of community-based programs using all these above mind-body techniques. She's also getting trained into Sounders sleep training program. And as you can see, she's very compassionate and very articulate, wonderful person to be around. Our other speaker, Eileen Zhang, she is trained into Wild Goose Medical Qigong system taught by Master Bing-Kun Ho since 1994. And she's teaching since 2002 very actively. She is also a practicing licensed acupuncturist and also offers various community-based programs. And I would like to invite our first speaker now, Malani, to join us and share her expertise with us. So Malani.
Hi there, everyone. And I have a short little presentation for you. And I got into the Feldenkrais method because I have chronic pain, and I started with a frozen shoulder. So I went to a doctor for a second opinion because I hadn't been getting better for like 3 years or more. And then he suggested that I could benefit from doing the Feldenkrais method. So that's how I got started. So in my mind, wellness begins with small steps. Now, I know sometimes you can have something big happen, that's wonderful, but a lot of times it happens in small steps. And it begins with creating a difference that you can feel. So if you can't sense a difference, then you can't tell if you're improving. So with this method, we're going to talk about each one of these a little bit more in depth. So the second item is of course your breath. Freedom and easy breathing at all times. Sleep is really important. I am taking a training program on Sounder sleep. It's based also on the Feldenkrais method. But sleep, as you know, is vital, and it's even more important as we age. I have to say that no matter what your emotional state, your sense of gratitude and embracing laughter in your life can really help with reducing pain and improving your well-being. And then lastly, standing tall, flexible, and balanced. So creating a difference that you can feel. The Feldenkrais method really helps people develop awareness, and we do it through movement. So it's a mind-body method where we're paying attention to how we move and noticing small differences like, do I feel softer or lighter? Does it feel easier, more effortless? So it's the quality of the movement. It's not repetitive or the quantity of the movement. It's really trying to develop your awareness of how you feel, your sensations, what you're sensing. And you slow down in order to heighten your ability to sense that. Because if you do something fast, it's just going to be habitual. But if you slow down, you can really engage your brain and increase your mindfulness. So you learn to listen to what your body is telling you. We're going to start with your body and taking care of yourself. So you notice, when am I more comfortable? What is my body telling me? And breathing, I know there's lots of different ways to breathe, and different practices tell you to breathe in certain ways, abdominal breathing, or various kinds of ways of playing with your breath. And certainly in the Feldenkrais method, we do a lot of different things with breathing in all different positions. And we play with it, but then we let it all come back to natural, to your natural breath. And because that's all you really need. You have everything you need to breathe. A good acronym to try to remember this is less is more, LESS. So L stands for light, which just means that you can just breathe easily without making an effort, just allowing it to happen. E means easy, that you can just breathe without any strain. It's the easiest thing in the world. Soft means that the breathing is smooth and continuous. You don't have to huff or puff. And slow just means that you can breathe without hurrying. You take all the time you need for each breath. So light, easy, soft, slow. It's just what you've been doing all your life. So now I talked about how important sleep was. So sleep has a lot of consequences for your physical and your mental health. And so these are just general rules. I know everybody's different. So trying to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep may be easy for some of us, and it may be difficult for other people. So these are just some practical ideas for your sleep hygiene. One of the important things is just to notice, because we spend so much time on the computer or on our phone, is just thinking about how much time are you spending, screen time. And especially for the 1 or 2 hours before bedtime, can you turn off all of that? I know a lot of people have talked about blue light, but I'm not really focusing on that. I'm just talking about being overstimulated, just by scrolling through your emails or texting or tweeting and reading the news. If that can all be sort of quiet, not being overstimulated, then that would really help improve your body's ability to be restful and calm and ready for sleep. And of course, a simple piece of advice is just no caffeine in the afternoon or the evening, because caffeine stays in your body for 18 hours. sleeping in a cool room can really help too. So a lot of us can feel a sense of hibernation if we sleep in a cool room. So adjusting the temperature can be really important for you. And also just darkening your room. During the morning and the day, get outside into the sunshine, get that melatonin going. But then in the evening, if you can darken your room, and that really signals your circadian clock that you're ready for sleep. Now, different people have kind of different issues with sleep. Some people have problems falling asleep, and other people wake up in the middle of the night and then can't get back to sleep again. So I'm going to just quickly right now share with you a guided natural breathing and a small mini move that can be used for lulling yourself to sleep. It can be used in the daytime, and it can also be used at night to sleep. So you can do this lying in your bed, on your side, or on your back, or you can also do it right now sitting in the chair. So if you just come and sit comfortably in your chair, if you want, you can have a pillow in your lap or something. And you're just going to place your thumb in the center of your palm, just very lightly, and hold it there. And you can place it on your chest, place it on your lap, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay? And just close your eyes. And just take a minute to sense your breathing. Just your natural inhale and exhale. Now, the center of your palm is a very sensitive place. In fact, in acupuncture, it's a key place. And I think in Chinese medicine, the palm center is an acupuncture point called the Great Hill. And one of its most important functions is calming the mind. So just for now, take a few minutes to feel the contact between your thumb and the palm of your hand without trying to do anything. You just feel the sensation of contact there. You might feel warmth or a slight pulsation, maybe a pleasant tingling or a radiating sensation. Just look for any pleasurable sensation there in the hands or anywhere else in yourself. As you slowly inhale, slowly exhale. Taking all the time you need for each breath. Now, as you slowly exhale, very gently and gradually press your thumb into the palm. You keep pressing like that until the exhalation completely subsides. Then slowly inhale and gradually release the pressure. So just continue like that, repeating that several times. Synchronizing the pressing movement with the natural rhythm of your breath. That means however long it takes to exhale, that's how long it takes to gradually press with your thumb. And however long it takes to inhale, that's how long it takes to gradually relax your thumb. And while you exhale, you apply that gentle pressure with your thumb. You'll feel the tissues of your palm being gradually compressed. And when you inhale and relax your thumb, you'll feel the tissues of the palm gradually expanding. The center of your palm is extraordinarily sensitive. So for the best results, use minimal pressure. Your touch should be unimaginably light. If you press too forcefully, you'll feel only the effort of pressing. So using very light pressure will enable you to attune your senses to subtle undulating movements of your living, breathing body. You become deeply absorbed in this breath, this movement, this moment. So just keeping your hands joined like that, stop and rest your hands in your lap for several complete breath cycles. And just feel the result of what you've done. You notice the sensation there at the point of contact between your thumb and the palm. And notice if there's any changes now in the rhythm or pattern of your breath, in your mood, or any other aspect of yourself. And just rest quietly like that for a few more minutes. And if at any time you find your mind racing or you're distracted by troubling thoughts, you can do another round of movements. Then rest again. You'll regain your focus very quickly. The longer you abide in that restful, meditative state, the more you recover from the stress of life. The effect is cumulative. As a result, your life will become more peaceful. And when your life is more peaceful, your sleep is more peaceful. So slowly, in your own time and in your own way, softly, gently open your eyes and enter the room again. So now let's talk about laughter, gratitude, and all the good intentions that you have. Just take a minute to recognize all the things that are good that happen in a typical day that you're grateful for. Could be eating a good breakfast, being conscientious, feeling safe, caring for a family, being a decent person, avoiding trouble, hurting less. So most good intentions will be small, but they're still very important. Yeah. So if you can let it become a feeling and fan that flame so it becomes stronger, and you have that sense that you're someone with good intentions. And now I'd like to talk a little bit more about movement and posture. So standing tall, flexible, and balanced. How you organize yourself, how you stand, has really a profound effect on how you feel. So, and you know that if you felt depressed or sad, you might slump over, your body might hang. And that's different than if you felt energized, positive, welcoming. So you can practice good posture with just a shoulders back and relax, your eyes on the horizon, your belly free, and breathing easily. So easy to remind yourself, eyes on the horizon. My belly is free and my breathing is easy throughout the day. And you can also simply imagine keeping your heart open. Yeah, and this naturally translates into good posture and renewed well-being. So that is how your body is meant to be. And if we just have, let me see if we have the time. We do have about 3 more minutes. I'd like to end with actually something in standing. So these are going to be some flowing movements. And you can follow along with me, or you can just go ahead and do them actually in sitting or in standing. So simply, if you're going to be standing, just have your arms by your side, your feet are comfortable distance apart. And just notice how your feet make contact with the ground, how you feel support from the ground. And bring your attention again to your breathing. And just notice as you breathe in, do you get a little bigger and taller, and your arms may float a little bit away from you. And as you exhale, do you get a little smaller, softer? Your knees might bend a little. And the next time you breathe in, roll your arms so that your palms face forward towards the room, towards the world. And as you breathe out, bring your arms back down to your side. Breathe in. Roll your arms. Yeah. Welcoming the world, welcoming the air. And breathe out. Softly bending your knees and looking down. Breathing in. Opening your hands up. Maybe they float up a little bit. You look up to the sky. Breathe out. Soften your knees, everything gets smaller. And then pause for a moment. Yeah, just standing again. Notice how you're breathing and how you feel standing. And now we're going to do some diagonal sweeps. So you shift your weight over to your left foot and bring your arms over your left foot, palms up. And then you bring your weight back to your right foot and look down at your right knee. Bring your arms down. Breathing in. You shift your weight over your left foot. Breathing out. Shift your weight to your right foot. And then we'll go and come back to the middle. Yeah, pause again, just sense how you feel after doing that one side. And then we're going to sweep to the other side. So you shift your weight over to your right foot, breathing in, raising your arms to the sky, and then shift your weight back to your left foot, looking down to your left knee, letting your knees bend. Shifting your weight to your right foot, breathing in, breathing out, shifting your weight over to your left foot. And you do it your own pace, to your own breathing, or you can do it in your imagination. And then just come back to standing. And sense how you're standing now, how tall you feel in the room, the sense of your space, the support from the ground, how you're aligned, your head over your pelvis, over your feet, your belly free, your eyes on the horizon, and breathing. So, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for a variety of ideas on how to do the different movements and how the slow movements can be really powerful and useful. If you don't know, you're not aware, probably you will underestimate how powerful they can be. Very nice, thank you. Let's welcome our friend Eileen. She's going to share a couple of different wonderful practices with us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eileen Jong. I started Qigong many years ago because I was also very sick, back pain, knee injuries, very stressed. And so through acupuncture, Chinese herbs, and eventually to Qigong, I've become much, much better. And these days, I have my own acupuncture practice focusing on fertility, natural pain management, as well as pediatrics. So we have pain when we are disconnected from our mind, from our body, from our spirit. So I'm going to practice with you today a few Qigongs to get us back to balance. Because when there's pain, the life force energy, the Qi, the prana hasn't gone through. And then it causes blockages in the body. So simply starting today, we're going to do a little bit Qigong in your chairs. And wherever you are in your chair, don't lean back, because what we're doing with the Qigong to get us back to balance, when we say mind, body, spirit connection, it's because we're out of sync with what's going on inside the body. Our heart is disconnected, and particularly our spine is in stress, in duress. Okay, so we need to first relax, because a healthy, happy spine is a good spine. That means your health, you're in sync with mind, body, spirit. So first, in the chair that you're at, make sure that you're away from the back of the chair. Rub your hands. And I'm going to show you profile. Rub the low back, which is the kidneys. Okay, in Chinese medicine, the source of life is actually the kidneys, which is where your adrenals are. And it's just the heart that pumps. So now in the chair, just simply rub down the inner side of the knees and back up the outer side. And in any Qigong, there's three components: your movement, your breathing, your awareness. So we must first learn to relax. Relax from what? Force of gravity. So by shifting weight, you're telling your spine, you're telling your nervous system, it's okay. I'm okay. You are, we are sending the messages that I am safe. I am in balance. I can do this. So as you go down the inner side of the legs, you exhale, you pull up, you inhale, and repeat. This allows the energy to go down the center part of the body, the conception vessel, and you pull up, come up the outer part of the body as well as the spine. So inhale, exhale. And as you shift the weight, you're letting the back, the spine become roundish like a ball, and let it lengthen and arc naturally. Letting your weight shift back and forth. And in so doing, right, almost as if you're pouring a teacup, you're letting the energy flow down to the feet, and inhale, coming up the back and spine, so that you cover the energy through from head to toe the body. Nice. So if there's pain in the head, for example, or you have hard time sleeping, as Melanie said, neck pain, shoulder pain, as you tip forward, you're letting it all drain down to the earth. Inhale, connecting with heaven again. Exhale. Inhale. Mindfully letting go as you exhale and let the energy go to the ground. Mindfully inhale. Good. 3, 2, 1. Then you can pull back up the inner sides of the legs and then down the outer. Repeat. As you pull up, you inhale, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Still allowing your back and spine space to tip and move. So the energy is going up the front and then down the back. This one is the reverse microcosmic orbit. The other was the forward microcosmic orbit. Good. And we're going to now rub along the tummy, around the tummy, the waist and hip. This is the only meridian which is parallel to the ground. And all the others go up and down to help support us from force of gravity. So by relaxing the low back and therefore relaxing your digestion, again, the message to your nervous system is, I'm okay, it's okay, I can handle this. And this is a really simple, easy way to deal with any emotional, psychological, physical imbalances. And then we inhale, bring the hands above the head in a prayer, and then pulling down the head past the neck, the chest, and then down the sides, go down the backs of the thighs and knees, calves, shin, pulling up the front of the legs. Good. This is called between heaven and earth. So you're collecting the chi from the heavens, bringing it down to us, going down the back spine. This, of course, you can all do standing as well. Nice. One more time. Inhale. Let your back and spine lift up as you bring your hands up. Yeah. So then again, we often get back pain, shoulder pain, right? Just sitting at the front of our computers and Zooming. So a simple thing, right? We're sitting in our chairs. Just simply shift your glutes, your butt forward a little bit, backwards, right? This again allows for the sciatic nerve, the low back or the bladder channel, bladder meridians in your spine to shift weight, to relax, get a little bit of whole body movement going. Okay. And then have the hands on the knees, tipping forward, going back up the sides. This again, opening up the waist and hip. And letting the body spine shift again. The inner chi flow is an upside down cone. And do the other way several times. All of which again, we're shifting our posture, shifting our spine. Letting the breathing be natural. Inhale. exhale, inhale. Yeah. And then we pull down the heavens. Imagine taking the golden sun, or since evening now, moon, if you like, through the crown, front, back, and sides. This brings down through the center of the chakra. So imagine it coming through the crown point, the Bai Hui point, and then the intuition center in the brain, the head, and then coming down through the throat chakra, the neck, coming down the chest, connecting with the heart, front, back, and sides, coming down the belly, the mid back and back, and then below the belly button, for women, the uterus there, the low back, again, the gate of life behind that, and then the pubis and the tailbone in front and back, and then down past the legs again, past the knee, down, down, down to the feet. And again, take a few seconds and focus your energy and your breath to below the belly button. You call the second chakra, or the lower dantian rather, in the Chinese system, but yes, second chakra. Yeah, and enjoy having received the healing energy from the heavens. Yeah. Beautiful, good. And just rub your hands. Relax at the chest or mid upper back. Tap over the head and down. Yeah. And feel deeply connected with your place in the universe, in appreciation for the support we have to bring ourselves back into balance. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the wonderful presentation, and both of you. Okay, meanwhile, we hear any questions. Maybe I will ask you, what will be one of the key takeaways from both of your perspective for the pain management from the mind-body perspective? We got some practical feel of how it can be. Yeah, go ahead.
My perspective in terms of pain management means the energy is blocked. And the factors would be your emotions, yeah, mind, body, spirit, your emotions, your psyche, yes, and maybe, yes, physical pain, inactivity, yeah, injury. But the other two, emotion and psyche, we have a lot of ability ourselves to manage ourselves without having to resort to a bottle, you know, especially in the initial stages. So whether we do the Qigong as I did earlier, Feldenkrais like Melanie did, or we do meditation, that's on us. That's our self-empowerment. And then if maybe lack of knowledge, right? Food issues, yes, maybe external bacteria, etc. You need some help, then come to see the practitioner. But the first two, psyche, emotions, stay positive. There's a lot that we can do. And if there is pain, if there's emotional disturbance, do our best. It's telling us that we're out of balance. So simple steps, take a walk first. Yeah, even we don't know Qigong, we don't know Feldenkrais. Take a walk, change your perspective, go to nature. Yeah, feel better that way, right?
Very nice. Anything you want to add, Malan? You are muted.
You know, I absolutely agree with Eileen that you really have to look at the whole person. It's not just a shoulder or a neck or a back or a knee or a hip. You know, you really have to look at the whole person and see what else could be causing the pain too. You know, your habits, the stress of your day. What are you doing that you enjoy versus maybe you're in conflict with? So learning to listen to all these things, I think, and then taking care of yourself in the middle of all that. So, and we're not talking about, you know, some pain, of course, is acute pain and some is chronic pain. So you have to also be asking, what is this pain, you know, telling me? Is there something that I can be learning from it? So, and sometimes just being open to that makes you more aware. For me, it's a lot of it is developing awareness of what, you know, what's makes you feel good or feel better, and what things make you feel worse. So, yeah. So, I do it through movement, and as Eileen said, you can do it through various kinds of practice. You know, meditation, of course, and other ways of addressing, you know, developing greater awareness. And I just wish that I had it much earlier in my life. I feel like I came to it a little bit late after I already had injured myself. And if I knew more about it before, you know, it would have made me more able to, you know, take care of myself.
Very nice. We have two questions. So the first question is asking that what is the difference between the Tai Chi and Qigong?
Okay, so Tai Chi originated from the martial forms of movement. So whilst they have slowed it down into different sets, a lot of the movements may have like lunges, yeah, and also movements in which you're handling a sword, right, to attack someone. Okay, in these days, it's not used that way. On the other hand, Qigong originated from the medical healing community. So much easier for people to start to feel the energy. So a very simple thing, very simple Qigong now right here in front of us. Okay, my hand's a little bit high so that you can see it in the screen, but you can go ahead and feel it like right in your lap. Okay, so you feel as you get closer, the thumb, the index, third, fourth, fifth finger. Can you feel the warmth from your fingers? Yeah, that's because there's lots of nerve endings. But you might feel the pulsation, you might feel the tingling, coolness, heat, all that is qi. And at the Lao Gong point in the center, pericardium 8, this is the one connected to the heart, the chest. And if you feel this already, soft and relax. Exhale, inhale, exhale. That is your prana. That is your life force energy that we can therefore use, yeah? We're bringing the qi up, down in this case. This can therefore use to heal ourselves. So if you have a little bit shoulder pain here, in Qigong therapy, besides acupuncture, yeah, I can also help to move people's qi. So Qigong is more for the healing community and for ourselves. So it's much easier, just something like this, yeah? We're not professionals here, right? Other than the people here on the panel. And you can, I hope, already start to feel and move your qi to feel better. So as I said, you have headache pain, chi too high, that very last meditation breath we bring down from the top through the whole body and system to the feet. That's from the healing community to help us to feel better immediately. Okay, if serious, if long time, you may need professional to help you. But calm down, slow down, be focused, be present. The medical Qigong is to help heal ourselves. You don't have to be doing it years to get the benefit. I hope even today, little bit, you've got some benefit already. Okay, good question.
There is one more question to answer. And that question is how to address the continuous long lasting pain in the neck area.
I think what Melanie and I were saying today is that when there is long-lasting pain, the chi is blocked. There's too much stress cortisol in Western medical terms that's flowing in the body. So we need a daily practice to be present. A daily, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 better. Yeah, but something to break that cycle of stress. Okay, cycle of imbalance, and to remind ourselves to come back to our heart, to listen to our heart. Yeah.
Right, thank you. There is one question for Malani maybe about the sounds in the background.
Yeah.
So the white noise in the background for sleeping.
Yeah,
So,
I think I support that. I feel that if you find there's some kind of like white noise, whether it's the sound of the ocean or something that is can help you, lull you to sleep, that's wonderful. What I don't recommend is actually anything music that you recognize. So if it's something familiar to you, a familiar tune, even a familiar lullaby, I wouldn't suggest that because your mind is awake, listening for that familiar tune. But if it's, let's say, a lullaby from a different country, something that you aren't familiar with, but the sound of it is clearly a rocking, a lullaby, something like that. So that's why white noise works so well for babies, or maybe some sounds of nature as well, because it's not like a specific piece of music or words to a music or notes to a music or song that that will just kind of get your brain too engaged. So you want to let that go.
okay, so last one, Purnima, go ahead and ask your question.
What about when knees pain is coming again and again and it disturbs my walking? What can I do for that? Because I'm very much worried about my walking. I can't.
Can you
So many
repeat
times.
again? Can you repeat
She
again?
is
What
saying
kind?
the chronic recurrent knee pain, is there any idea to help it because it disturbs her activities level of
Walking,
Ah.
especially when we go to walk, then it disturbs me to walk.
In the Qigong, it is round circular movements. The knee is only a hinge which opens and closes. But in order to move the knee, the hip is a round joint, yeah? And so is the ankle at the bottom, okay? So the Qigong is actually circular movements to do that. So today's only a little snippet, and with the limitations of the space too, I have not been able to show you that much of the round movements, but where we were doing the sitting, yeah, and just go down, forward and back, this will be the start because you're already moving the wrist in circles, okay? And then this other one where we are moving the waist and hip, there's also circular movement, and that will strengthen the core as well as relax the kidneys. Okay, so it's round circular movement. that will help to alleviate. There will be other factors depending, I cannot see you, but perhaps, you know, your age, arthritis, the food you're taking, the sleep again, yeah, that will affect your pain. But I will leave my contact info with Sachin. You can come and contact me for further evaluation for that, okay? And as well as postural recommendations too. So yeah. And also the knee patting, okay? Get the chi moving along the body, pat, stimulate the blood, because if the chi is stuck, the blood doesn't flow, and so there will be pain. So can you do that? Okay, all the way along the body, pat, 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 pat. All right. And there may be, if your body's cold, you may need heat. If the body's hot, you may need cold. So it's yin and yang, we balance. Other than that, you know, a professional evaluation needs to take place for anything more in depth. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
There are some wonderful compliments for everyone in the chats. Thank you for wonderful session for today evening.